Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We are jumping right into something that touches literally almost every single corner of the globe. You know, food is hands down one of the most powerful ways we understand humanity. And today, we're going to explore this massive universal culinary phenomenon through a really surprisingly delightful lens, a piece of children's literature. It's so fascinating to see what it tells us about our shared human experience.
So our source material today is the absolutely beautiful read-aloud text from the book Little Dumplings. It was written by Jekka Kuhlman, Chrissy Kuhlman, and Haley Hazel, with these just wonderful illustrations by Manita Bunyong. And honestly, what I love about using a children's book as our primary source here is how perfectly it captures this giant global food tradition, but in a really simple, joyful, and rhythmic package. The creators managed to distill the essence of cultures worldwide into just a few brilliant rhyming stanzas. But before we get into the actual mechanics of the text, I want you to really think about something for a second. What is the one food concept that connects every culture on Earth, right? There are lots of foundational foods out there, for sure. But as our source text reveals, there is one specific culinary architecture that pops up basically everywhere humans gather. It is a concept that completely transcends borders and languages.
Okay, let's dive into this. The book hits the nail on the head right up front. It says, all the world's cultures have dumplings to share. And that right there is the foundational premise of our whole journey today. The authors are establishing that the dumpling absolutely isn't isolated to one region or one group of people. No, it's a completely shared human experience. It's this unifying concept that basically binds the global kitchen together.
But, when you first meet them, they might seem structurally pretty much the same. I mean, it's usually a wrapper with some sort of delicious filling inside, right? Yet they are all uniquely named. Each culture takes this shared baseline concept and totally infuses it with its own distinct identity, its own language, and its own incredible local flair.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the sheer, incredible geographic reach represented in just a few words. The text gives us this joyful global roster. We've got Momos, which are these beloved steamed treasures from the Himalayas, often filled with meat or veggies. We've got delicate pan-fried Gyozas from Japan, and comforting, hearty Pierogis from Poland. Then there's Fufu, a staple starchy mash that is central to West African communal meals. We see Shumai, the iconic steamed dim sum from China, crispy, savory samosas from India, Brazilian Coxinhas, the ones famous for their teardrop shape and chicken filling, and deeply flavorful Korean Mandu. This isn't just a list, it's literally a map. It takes us across entirely different continents and traditions, all united by this one culinary concept.
And the diversity doesn't stop with just the names. These treats take so many different shapes. Some are large and hearty, while others are super small and delicate. Plus, the flavor profiles, they span the entire culinary spectrum. They can be intensely savory and salty, or wonderfully sweet. The authors make it crystal clear that no matter the physical shape or the specific taste, the end result is always exactly the same. They are absolutely a treat.
Let's shift gears and see how this builds. We've looked at the finished dishes and their unique identities, but now the book takes us directly from the dining table straight into the kitchen. We're moving from the end product to the actual culinary building blocks that make up a dumpling. The authors break down the architecture of this universal food into two main categories: the ingredients that go inside and the techniques used to cook them.
Actually, scratch that. It's more like a highly adaptable culinary matrix. You start with your primary fillings. You can fill them with meat or veggies or cheese. And then you pair that with distinct cooking methods. You can steam them, fry them, or bake them. Mixing and matching these variables creates truly endless global options. I mean, a steamed veggie filling offers a completely different experience than a baked cheese filling, yet it all operates within that exact same universally beloved framework.
But how do these ingredients actually become the final product? Well, the book breaks it down into a really tactile, physical procedure. Step 1, measure the ingredients. Step 2, stuff the wrapper. And Step 3, seal with a squeeze. I absolutely love that last instruction. Seal with a squeeze just captures the deeply human, literal hands-on care required to make this dish. It's a highly actionable little mini-narrative that is happening in kitchens all over the world.
Now, if the book just stopped there, it would be a charming recipe guide, right? But it goes a step further. The authors remind us that when these little dumplings are around, you definitely fill up your plate, yes, but you also share way more than just food. The focus transitions so seamlessly here from the physical crafting process directly into the emotional weight of what this dish actually represents when it hits the table.
So the crucial point is how the authors completely redefine what the food actually is. A dumpling isn't just dough and filling. It is tradition. It is love. It is gratitude. By elevating the definition in this way, the source material tells us that preparing and eating this food is a deeply resonant act. It carries the emotional weight of entire generations. Building directly on that emotion, we get 3 really beautiful C's: connection, community, and care. The book explicitly states that when little dumplings are there, you'll love the celebrations. Their presence basically transforms a simple Tuesday night dinner into a genuine gathering. They foster deep human connection and signal that a community is actively caring for one another literally everywhere they are served. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate, incredibly comforting message of our source material. Wherever you wander, we'll be there too. Because this culinary tradition is shared by all the world's cultures, it becomes a constant companion. It's just an incredible reassurance that no matter where your travels take you, this familiar, comforting structure, filled with tradition, love, and gratitude, will always be waiting for you. The authors wrap up their wonderful text by telling us that all over the world, these treats await you and they invite you to discover them. So, I'll leave you with this final thought today. Which culture's little dumpling will you discover next? Will it be a steamed veggie Momo, a fried Samosa, or maybe a baked Pierogi? The global matrix is out there waiting for you to explore it. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today, and happy discovering.